Ahoy, my friends. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy Scorpid's tales. And with that, enjoy the video.
Scorpid rolled out of bed, the scalding westfall sun already toasting the earth. The air smelled of hay. Today marked his conquest of the treacherous Deadmines. In the dilapidated town of Moonbrook, Scorpid eyed potential allies, hoping to assemble a team for the impending assault. His attempts proved tougher than expected. The stain of his prior defeat loomed, casting a shadow over his reputation. Desperation kicked in, and Scorpid found himself groveling for a spot, even teaming up with the vile lowborn furries. It was a bitter pill, but they were the outcasts desperate enough to accept him. The initiation involved peculiar furry rituals. Begrudgingly, Scorpid endured, for these fellows were his only hope, and the Deadmines beckoned. The furries, as it happened, had their sneaky ways of infiltrating the Deadmines, skirting the undead miners below by using a logout glitch to teleport them to the entrance. Guided by the lead furry, the crew bulldozed through Deadmines' tunnels, eyes set on the blast-proof door guarded by a colossal ogre. In the chaos, the furry pack leader leaned in and whispered to Scorpid.
Rogue tank broken.
Unsure if it was a compliment or insult, Scorpid shrugged it off, focused on the impending brawl. Rock Zor, a hefty level 19 elite ogre, towered menacingly. Armed with a mammoth hammer, the ogre could crush boulders. The challenge was real, and the ogre's oversized weapons were impractical rewards for a rogue like Scorpid. Scorpid bantered with his comrades, flaunting the might of his boomstick.
I hear a big boom every time I order Taco Bell for lunch.
I'ma keep doing fast pulls. I got to go soon.
With the ogre defeated, Scorpid dared to dream of a future where he'd be hailed as the champion and defender of Westfall's people.
All hail Scorpid, defender of the people.
The motley crew of misfits now confronted the next hurdle in the Deadmines, Sneed's Shredder, a massive level 20 elite mechanical creation, driven by the lumberyard overlord, Sneed. Sneed's saw blades were infamous for ruthlessly slicing through adventurers, demanding careful strategy. Despite its size, Sneed's shredder moved with lumbering slowness, offering Scorpid and his companions a chance to evade its deadly strikes. Sneed, Lord of the Lumberyard, wielded a small but menacing buzzsaw, a promising upgrade for a man like Scorpid. Scorpid was patient with his team, not wanting to lose anyone before reaching Edwin Van Cleef.
In a min, I have to AFK for like 5 mins.
Scorpid replied, "No problem, Nomeo."
Have to pick my GF up. Oh, wow!
The downtime between assaults on the Deadmines proved a challenge for Scorpid. While he sought others to join him, the waiting game was broken only by encounters with injured Horde players. Exploiting their weakened state was his only way of defeating them. At times, Scorpid couldn't find a group and had to approach the ladies. Nervously, he sought permission to join their team, putting aside his manly pride. The Furnace Smelting Room, responsible for melting down the plundered ores stolen from unsuspecting level 11 human warriors in Westfall, loomed ahead. This was where Scorpid and his team had stumbled before, disbanding under the weight of failure. Would history repeat itself? Undeterred by past setbacks, Scorpid guided his team through the boiler room. His attempts to caution less mentally capable allies occasionally fell on deaf ears. Armed with his new swords, the rogue mercenary compensated for cognitive gaps in his team, specifically Ardenhol's smooth brain antics. At the heart of the furnace stood Gilnid, a level 20 elite goblin foreman. Surprisingly unthreatening on his own, Gilnid relied on the overwhelming force of his goblin minions that had just been defeated. Scorpid eyed Gilnid's comfortable smelting pants, an upgrade beckoning to be pilfered and worn. As each step brought them closer to the heart of Van Cleef's lair, and pressure peaked. Certain individuals, often cowardly gnomes, succumbed to fear and quietly vanished from the ranks, leaving the team in disarray. Facing the final blast door, Scorpid utilized his lockpicking expertise, a skill that set him apart from the others. Beyond the blast door, the adventurers faced Mr. Smite, a level 20 elite Minotaur swashbuckler. His thunderous hoof could stun opponents, a trick allowing him to safely swap his weapons during the battle. Among his arsenal was a menacing cutlass catching Scorpid's eye.
I'ma be rolling on hella weapons.
This warrior, while a clown, had the potential to claim Edwin Van Cleef's coveted Cruel Barb, a mighty cutlass that would indubitably find a more deserving home in Scorpid's hands. After a ninja looter's removal from a team, the Fates bestowed a rare bind-on-equip item, the Stormbringer Belt. Though of no personal use to anyone, the prospect of selling it for a handful of gold coins gleamed like treasure in Scorpid's eyes, and Scorpid luckily won the roll and claimed his prize. Scorpid stumbled upon an unexpected companion, a green-winged macaw. Rescued from Defias pirates, the vibrant bird named Green-Wing Macaw became a feathered friend by his side. Then came Cookie, a level 20 elite murloc overseeing the culinary affairs of the Deadmines. The pale blue murloc's stirring rods and kitchen utensils offered no discernible benefit to the cunning rogue.
These big pulls really aren't that bad, to be honest.
Well, we'll see about that, sweet cheeks. A colossal water wheel emerged as an unexpected ally, providing safety from the pirates, who didn't know how to jump. Yet, to Scorpid's amusement, the evasion proved challenging not only for the pirates, but also for a night elf druid, previously confident, but now struggling with a simple jump.
Damn.
The human warrior faced a dilemma in the Deadmines. He had no time for this.
Let's clear trash while we wait.
As Scorpid navigated the shipyard, a second parrot joined him. Pirates are only supposed to have a parrot on one shoulder, so he bestowed the newfound parrot to a grateful gnome.
Me!
Oh, sure.
Scorpid noticed a curious alliance forming among the gnomes. Seeking control and order, they banded together, one gnome attempting to stand taller than Scorpid by balancing on another's shoulders. Scorpid wasn't so easily fooled.
All we need is a trench coat.
Scorpid began conditioning the gnomes to behave like pirates. All he had to do was ask if they're ready, and they'd reply,
Arr! Arr!
Ready.
Climbing up the shipyard, the formidable Captain Greenskin, a level 20 elite goblin pikeman, emerged as a dangerous adversary. Known for hitting hard and fast, his battle prowess was not to be underestimated. Captain Greenskin's fancy belt caught Scorpid's discerning eye, prompting the rogue mercenary to swiftly liberate the useful accessory from the goblin's lifeless form. The human warrior, a peculiar clownish character, always pressed for time, fell victim to Greenskin's fishing spear.
Guys, I gotta go.
In the rush to secure Van Cleef's coveted sword, the warrior's haste proved his undoing, and he succumbed to the swift and deadly attacks of Captain Greenskin. Oh no, what a shame, right before reaching Van Cleef.
The hunter pets can tank. Peter, just burn your ad as fast as you can. I'll burn right, you burn left.
Scorpid pressed on, taking his opportunity to remove Arden Fall from the group. The confrontation with Edwin Van Cleef awaited. Finally, the motley group of adventurers stood before Edwin Van Cleef, the powerful leader of the Defias Brotherhood. For Scorpid, Van Cleef represented more than a mere villain. He held the key to loot that could elevate the rogue mercenary's status. A rugged Defias vest, a finely crafted Defias cloak, and most crucially, the coveted Cruel Barbs. Weapons perfect for a rogue like Scorpid. A gnome dared to question Scorpid's insistence on acquiring the Defias vest.
Westfall tunic is better.
The Defias vest, he argued, not only looked cooler, but would complete his outfit like no other piece could. The desire for the Defias vest was more than a quest for better gear. It was a matter of principle. Scorpid had grown weary of imposters tarnishing his name with flashy equipment. He scoffed at the notion of a night elf rogue adopting a name similar to his own, denying her the right to claim it.
Sure can. I'm the original.
He suggested she return to Darkshore, where she supposedly belonged.
You're a fake. I said, you're a phony. A big, fat phony.
Fight!
For Scorpid, the Blackened Defias vest symbolized more than an upgrade. It represented respect and the confirmation of his identity. Then it happened. The elusive Blackened Defias Armour emerged, the final piece to complete Scorpid's envisioned ensemble. Triumph hung in the air, only to be shattered as Bob X. Ross, the Night Elf Hunter, stole it.
Welp?
Frustration gripped Scorpid, but he knew time held infinite possibilities, and surely, in one of these multiverses, the vest would be his. Again, he raided the Deadmines and battled Van Cleef, and fate, it seemed, favored him with a consolation prize, a second cruel barb. While not the coveted armor, it was a potent weapon that softened the blow of his initial loss. Finally, in another timeline, the final piece of the set had dropped, and was in his hands.
There it is.
With 2 cruel barbs at his side, and the dream of the Blackened Defias outfit alive and well, Scorpid bid farewell to the Deadmines. Once outside, Scorpid found himself in an unusual contest with an orc warrior, a comparison of boomstick sizes. Regrettably, the orc wielded a larger one, fueling Scorpid's determination to ensure no one would ever boast superiority over him again. In Stormwind City, determined to solidify his appearance as a formidable rogue, Scorpid invested nearly all his hard-earned gold on a massive sniper rifle and a pair of black shoulder pads. Despite their questionable quality, the pads were very aesthetically pleasing. Soon, the people of Azeroth would come to know of the Scorpid. He only had to show them.
And stay down.